just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place, the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Wonderful. And now Jesus is going to lead us with the flames of faith.
Yes, we perform this ceremony to acknowledge that all people and all faith come from the one power, love, intelligence, which we call spirit or God. We honor the richness that comes from our shared diversity and bless the interwoven energy of the divine feminine and masculine. We light the first candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the second candle for the shamanic tradition, honoring the belief and practice of all indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality. We light the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path, knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred laws. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principle. As we light the healing candle, please put silently into the light the names of anyone or any place you wish to have experienced the healing flame of God's eternal love.
Blessed be. Thank you, Jesus. Now we've got a reading brought to us by Sandy.
Good morning. This reading is from Creative Thought magazine. Not long ago, I was browsing through the collection of back issues of Creative Thought we have in the bookstore of our church. It was like looking through a family photo album. I felt deep gratitude for those who have shared their sincere expressions of truth for years, and in some cases, decades. What a gift. I was filled with love for these people, many of whom I have known nearly all my life. Some were my teachers, most were and are my friends. Others have made their transition since the days they wrote their words of encouragement, instruction, and inspiration. As I put the magazines back on the shelf, I realized I talk about love a lot, but do I always love? Love is the divine power that animates the universe. the energy that pours forth through consciousness and takes form. Khalil Gibran wrote in The Prophet, "Work is love made visible." I don't think he went far enough. Life is love made visible. God is love, and it's always loving itself into expression. So my real question is not, do I love, but rather, do I open my consciousness to recognize and experience the eternal loving presence expressing in and around me every moment and in every situation? I am always in the midst of love, but I am not always open to experience it. If I want to stay open to love, I have to live authentically. How do I know? Because in my most honest moments, I admit I know what it is to fear, blame, and judge. When my consciousness is consumed by thoughts of lack and limitation, I know very well the kind of experiences that are created. I also know what creates them. As you sow, you reap. This is the law. It always works, and it's exact. Yet, law is only one half the truth. Dr. Ernest Holmes was very clear about this. All is love, yet all is law. Where there is love, there is law. Where there is law, there is love. In every situation, I have the ability to recognize love, unify with love, and realize love. This is the essence of spiritual mind treatment, our approach to positive prayer. As a result as dependable as gravity, love pours into my experience and outpictures in physical form through the action of the law of mind. Said another way, I can always see the truth, speak the truth, and live authentically. When I live authentically, it gives everyone else permission to be authentic as well. Love is like that. It speaks to itself. The words "I love you" are powerful. Say them often. There is a more authentic, loving you ready to be revealed. Love it into recognition.
So this is a love song that I wrote, and I wrote it because I think the genre of love songs has a lot of scorekeeping and a lot of kind of unhealthy relationship patterning. And I wrote this song thinking about the infinite nature of love and how it's not a limited resource that we have to dole out and meter and keep score. But it's just about giving and receiving and gifting. So this is called Gifts Received. Like a language reinvented that made perfect sense. You put your hand on the back of my dress, and there in the kitchen we started to dance. I never stood a chance. So love, don't you worry chambered heart. And if anyone's made a mess there, I will help you clean it up. So love, don't you worry, oh, there is no need. I can't think of no one that I'd rather see. Love, don't you worry about balance sheets. Just gifts given and gifts received. I know that the universe expands, though I don't understand quite what into. But darling, that's the way my heart makes space for you. There's somehow always more room for love. Oh, love.
Jillian, that was beautiful. So beautiful. And it's wonderful to see you again. I think the last time Jillian visited us was probably in 2014 or 2015 when we were at the Adrian Theater in Center City. So welcome to our Zoom. It is wonderful to have you back, Bob.
Thank you so much.
Oh, and thank you to the production crew. I mean, big time thank you for making this happen. Breen Rourke is our MC. The reason for that, it's not just my background that's changed today. My setting has changed as well. I am zooming in from my brother's house in Weston, Massachusetts, just outside Boston. The three of us brothers are together for a weekend together, and so I'm in my brother John's living room. And the topic is brotherly love. Now, a lot of times we talk about love, and that's a big thing at New Thought Philadelphia. And brotherly love is kind of a special, specific, different thing. And it's also kind of cool because that's actually what Philadelphia means. Philos, brotherly, that's Philadelphia, brotherly love. I got it backwards. Anyway, that's what Philadelphia is all about. And you people in Philadelphia, of course, are saying, we knew that. And everybody who's not in Philadelphia is saying, we knew that. So I didn't need to cover it particularly. Brotherly love is different in experience, I think, than it necessarily is in description. I think the definition or the explanation of brotherly love is a kindly disposition and feeling towards another person. And that's lovely. And that's kind of what we mean when we're talking about agape love, that brotherly love that we're speaking of. And I just, surfed the internet a little bit to find what other people had to say about brotherly love. And there are a few that are just fun. One is, you don't get to choose your brother. He is God's gift to you and you are God's gift to him. Oh, isn't that sweet? There's another one that says, only a brother can love like a father, annoy like a sister, care like a mother, and support like a friend. That's getting closer. And our friend Adam Webb said, bring love to the fight. So the all of experience, as far as I'm concerned, the visit that I'm doing now and everything that we do is a rich opportunity to look for spiritual metaphor that's going on. And the first one, as far as brotherhood is concerned, is we were kids together, and now we're older and middle-aged men together, and we have been since that time on a trajectory. So we started out with that oneness, with the same mother, the same father, the same home, the same town, growing up in Montclair, New Jersey, and having different experiences and different times and different opportunities and different intentions and desires. And we've followed these different trajectories and different paths. And we always have the opportunity to be in that balance point of the love that we are coming from, that infinite possibility, and the specialization, the way that we are uniquely revealing that good, that love, that harmony in the world, and lots of different ways to do it. There are lots and lots of different ways to do it. Over my shoulder here, you see two carved wooden elephants. And there's a story behind the elephants. So in the house that we grew up in, my parents had these elephants, and basically for as long as anybody can remember, the elephants were in the living room on the shelf, and just part of the household. And there's probably a story about where they came from and who got them and why they're there, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And that's what we would call a story. And when my parents had passed away and we're going through the house and saying, what stuff I want, what do you want? We had this system. I put a red tag on something and John put a blue tag on Dave. Dave had a green tag. So if we're interested in something, we put a tag on it. And if there's one tag on it, okay, it goes to your house. If there are two or three, then we're going to work it out. And it turned out that John and I both wanted the elephants. And so we said, as most people would, well, you take one and I'll take the other. And we thought, nah, that doesn't feel right. I mean, that would be the sensible, reasonable, obvious thing to do. And then we just decide who gets which elephant. So we decided that instead of that, we would share custody of the elephants. And so the elephants, I think, both went back to John's house. And the agreement was every time we see them, we see each other when we get together, we bring the elephants and we trade them. And we have been trading the elephants back and forth for 8 or 10 years at this point. And I drove up from Philly on Friday and I brought the elephants with me. And the elephants are on John's mantle. And I have every bit of faith that at some point they will show up back in my house, as they have when John has dropped by. Oh, here's a bag with some bubble wrap. Oh, it's the elephants coming back to, and when they're at my house, they live on the altar in our bedroom. And I say that because there's the obvious way to do things. There's the way we've always done it. There's the way, is conventional wisdom and how something can come together. And then there is the opportunity for us to create something new. So instead of doing what you've always done, instead of doing what everybody expected you to do, what do you want to do? What are you going to bring to that new experience, that next thing, to bring something new into your life, into your experience? That's how things get better. That's how things get better. It turns out that we're having a conversation this morning that all three of us are on the boards of different organizations, and they completely suit our personality. So John is the past president of the Rotary Club here in Weston, Massachusetts, and I've had the opportunity to go mountain biking. And we took a walk through the nature preserve across the street from his house this morning. And John and the Rotary Club are all about connecting community together and making the town that he and they live in better and nicer. So they've taken over a field that they're making pollinator friendly. And oh, by the way, somebody's giving them bees, and and building that sort of thing up. Dave is on the board of the ski club that we grew up in, that our parents were founders of. They have a ski lodge up in Vermont, and that's very near and dear to his heart and something that he is passionate about. And of course, I'm the vice president of the affiliated New Thought Network, because that's where my passion lies. So even though we started with the same household and the same parents and supposedly the same environment, we've followed different trajectories. We're having different experiences of life, and that's good. And the brotherly love is that we don't have to be the same. We can be different. We can even have differences of opinion. We can have disagreements. We can fight. We have demonstrated throughout our lives we're actually pretty good at that. So the idea, though, is to understand where the similarities and differences are and let those pieces fit together, not to make everything the same, but to make them fit together wonderfully. So our dad was a wonderful joke teller. He loved telling jokes. Many of them way too inappropriate to tell in a year that starts with a 2. But that's what that is. So, and there was a joke that John shared when we got here that it just tickled me. So I'm going to share that with you. And it was about an older couple, I kind of identify. And they were having some issues and some difficulties with their short-term memory, both of them. You know, were getting kind of forgetful. So they were speaking with a specialist, and the specialist said, well, you know, just, it seems mundane, but go ahead and write things down. When there's something that you want to remember, just make sure you write it down. Well, it's easy enough. They both got themselves a notepad, and they're going through, you know, their day-to-day experience and, you know, jotting things down from time to time and reminding themselves. And they're in the living room one night watching television, and the husband stands up and he says, I'm going to go to the kitchen. Is there anything that you want? And so I said, oh, I would love a dish of vanilla ice cream. He goes, okay. And she says, you're going to write that down? He says, no, I got it. She goes, okay. And he says, anything else? He says, you know, the strawberries, if you could put a few strawberries on that, that would just be wonderful. He says, that does sound good. She says, you're going to write that down? He says, no, I got it. It's all taken care of. She says, well, while you're at it, I think there's still a little bit of whipped cream left. If you could put some whipped cream on top of that, that would be perfect. He says, oh, yep, I get it. That you'll love that. She says, you're not going to write that down either? He says, no, this is, we're all in control. It's all fine. Okay, so he goes into the kitchen and he's banging around and doing stuff and preparing things. And 20 minutes later, he comes back out and he says, here's your bacon and eggs. And she says, what happened to my toast? The problem that they wound up with was not the problem that you thought that they would wind up with, and was not solved and would not have been solved by doing the thing that the person who said write them down was saying that they should do. The reminder for that, the metaphysics for that, is we don't know. We open ourselves up to possibilities. What could be possible? And it's a pretty funny joke. And the fact that the whole thing turns on the last word of the joke is just, that's my favorite part about it. There's an opportunity for newness, for the pieces to fit together in a different way all the time. And that's awesome. So we came out to Boston to have some experiences and some shared experiences. Went mountain biking yesterday morning, and John was leading us, and, you know, through the woods and over the bridges and back and forth and up and down hills. It was a 2-hour ride. It was absolutely just a gorgeous day, as nice as the day gets. You know, it was a crisp fall afternoon, you know, sunny and clear and dry, and it was a great experience. I had a wonderful time connecting together, doing what we were doing. And then after lunch, we decided to go canoeing. John, who's been living here for, I don't know, 500 years, had never canoed on the Concord River or the Concord River from the South Bridge to the North Bridge, which is a thing. So we went over and we got a canoe and we paddled up the river, and we got to the other bridge, which is in the middle of the Concord Paddlefield Park, and also gorgeous and from a different perspective than you would normally see that, and then paddled back. And it was wonderful to have that shared experience and to be out in nature together. And then on the way back, John said, anything else you want to do? I said, yeah. Can we go to Walden Pond? Because it's right there. Now, this fall, we're teaching a class in the roots of New Thought. And it's going to be Ralph Waldo Emerson, who was the philosophical founder of New Thought. Basically, it was his idea, based on some of his essays about what we're doing. And then it's also Thomas Troward, who took those ideas and said, this is how it could actually work. Phineas Quimby, who actually did the experiment, and said, this is how you you can treat somebody mentally with a prayer. And Emma Curtis Hopkins, who took that, and she was a wonderful mystic, and she taught all of the other teachers how to teach this. So she was the teacher for Ernest Holmes and Charles Fillmore and Nona Brooks and the people who founded the New Thought organizations. They're here today. And back in the day when Emerson was living in the area, and the transcendentalists were meeting in his living room, discussing these ideas of oneness and unity and all of the concepts that are so core to New Thought. His handyman would be sitting out in the hallway making comments, because being the handyman is an employee, he's not allowed to come in where the frou-frou society people are having their meeting in the living room. But he was sitting there and he was absolutely brilliant and crystal clear about the principles and the thoughts and the philosophies and the ideas. And eventually they invited Henry David Thoreau to come and join the group. But that's how he got involved in that. And a lot of people know that Walden Pond is where Thoreau went and lived in a hut for 2 years to commune with nature, to connect with nature, to understand nature and our place in nature. And he was journaling about this, and no notion that he was going to write a book from it, but he did. And the book Walden Pond is an anchor point in how we can be in harmony with nature. And what some people don't know is that Walden Pond was actually owned by Ralph Waldo Emerson, and he let Thoreau go and build a little cabin there so he could stay there for a couple of years. Sure, you do that. And so with my brothers, I got to go walk around Walden Pond, and we went to the site where the hut was, the house where Henry David Thoreau lived for a couple of years while he was there. And it's Thoreau's Cove, and there's a little cove and there's a lagoon, and it is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful pond, a wonderful place. And we got to wander around there with my brothers for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. And that was an experience that was rich and fulfilling for me in a way that's different than it was for them. And to me, brotherly love is that we can go and do the really active things, riding mountain bikes, and they just got back from playing tennis and doing all of those things that 1 or 2 or 3 of us like doing, and do something else that 1 or 2 or 3 of us like doing, but we get to experience and engage with it in a different way. Brotherly love to me is when we allow a little bit of space for those differences to unfold, for ourselves to be that gift that we are, the bright light that we are, and share and support each other in that, even if thou art doing something that I have no interest in doing myself whatsoever. Sometimes I say that I am really grateful for the people who I don't like, because they can be those unlikable people, and that leaves me free to be me. It's an infinite universe. Somebody has to be the jerk driving on the left lane with their turn signal on for 42 miles on the freeway. Thank God it's not me. So the invitation, the opportunity, the prompt for us now is, if I'm bringing love to it, to whatever it is that I'm involved in, if it's something that I'm absolutely passionate about, if it's something that feels like it's going to be a fight, what's that look like? How do I bring myself to that? What does love look like as me in this situation? Because there's always a possibility for the love to unfold in a new and wonderful and uplifting and powerful way. There is a way for us to share ourselves, sometimes in ways that are obvious, some ways that are counterintuitive. I loved the prayer work story from Jesus, where this guy offered to give him his spiritual book, and Jesus realized that, yeah, this is like 3 or 4 steps behind where I am in my spiritual unfoldment, so I'm not going to learn anything from your book. But he said yes anyway. Sure, I'll give you some money to support your book and whatever it is. And the universe patted Jesus on the back by saying, oh, that lotto ticket you forgot to check, $300. When we put ourselves into the flow, and it's not that it was a give and take sort of thing that Jesus did it because he knew that the lotto ticket was going to pay. When we put ourselves into the flow, where we're inviting more love, when we are offering ourselves up in whatever way that we're being invited, when we're saying yes, the response that we get back again is yes. Ooh, that's fun. That's fun. So be innovative. Think of something new. Consider what that yes might be. Open yourself up to it. When somebody asks you a question, figure out how to get to yes. And the love continues to unfold. Let yourself be that yes. Let yourself be that love this week, because you deserve it, because you are it. And so it is.
How can a body prove its worth? What if I gave the wind a curl, hoping some industrious bird might weave it into something warm and good? 'Cause there's nothing nothing hard at all about the center of a bone. It's sweet to suck the soft marrow. Keep on working at me till I'm all hollow and lighter than a dovetail swallow. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, to be made to rise above and build nests out of straw and mud, singing out the sweetest songs to make the night not seem so long and dark. 'Cause there's nothing hard at all about the center of a bone. It's sweet to suck the soft marrow. Keep on working at me till I'm all hollow and lighter than a dovetail swallow. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. But I was made to stand upright on earth. It's cracked like elbow skin, and worry about frost at night and feel the weight I'm carrying.
Thank you, Jillian. It was beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you, Bill, for that message of brotherly love. I was thinking about my brother and my sisters and all that family fun stuff. So now I get the honor and the privilege to lead us in a bit of meditation. So I invite you to just get comfortable wherever you are and settle in, relax. Maybe sit up straight where you in your chair, feet flat on the floor, palms, hands in your lap, palms up, and just close your eyes or allow them to go to a soft focus. And just be here now. Let go of any thoughts about your plans later today or anything that's happened leading up to now. Just be here. And breathe. Breathing in. Breathing out. Relax. So I'll take a nice deep cleansing breath, bringing in fully. Hold and exhale. Just feel that release and relax. Just take another deep breath in. Hold and exhale. Relax even more. You think about a puzzle. When it's completed, it's a picture, it's a scene, it's an image of something. But when it's in the box, it's just a mix of color and shapes. You start one by one putting the pieces together. Maybe you have a method. You separate all the similar colors. Maybe you find the edge pieces. Maybe you have your way that you approach a puzzle, and that's your way. What if you did something different? What if you brought a new approach to this puzzle of life? Maybe there's some area where you're not sure how the pieces fit together. It's an opportunity to try something different. Maybe mix up your piles of colors. Maybe don't find the corners first. Look in your heart. How can you be love? How can love be you? Let go of thinking about it. Just open your heart into the love. How can you bring love to that puzzle? How is love expressing as you? As we go into the silence, just open your heart to that love. That love that's always flowing, always expressing. Allow it to be you. Allow you to be it. Allow the love.
That one love is all there is. There is only love. That divine power and presence shares itself as all of its creation. That is love unfolding. That is the infinite creating. And each of us is an individualization of that love. Each of us is a puzzle piece fitting together into a grand puzzle, the details of which go beyond our understanding. That infinite creative power that creates everything, that has created each of us, is even now creating something new and wonderful, allowing the pieces that we are, the pieces that we engage with, to fit together, to bring more of that experience of uplift, of success, of harmony, of health and vitality, of wellness, of creativity, of connection into our experience. That's how love is unfolding. And so in whatever way each of us is inviting it in our own specific manner, that good is already unfolding. There's no power that stands in the way of this. To the degree that we are willing to allow that infinite creative power to create something new and wonderful as us, it does. And the good is underway. And sometimes we can understand how it's going to happen ahead of time, and sometimes we have to wait till sometimes way afterwards to understand just exactly what brought that about. And it's love. And love and harmony and goodness are unfolding for each of us right here and right now and continuously, differently for each of us, but joyously for all of us. So as we invite in the good, the success, the transformation, the healing, the change of course, whatever it is, that infinite creative power that always says yes is once again saying yes. This good is already underway. And so with gratitude for the good that's already in progress, I speak this word, I release it into that creative law. I know that it's now creating this. And so I let it be. And so it is. Amen. Take another deep, full breath. Let it go. Bring your attention back to your body. Maybe wiggle your fingers and toes and shrug your shoulders. And Jillian's going to do another song for us. You can bring your attention fully back into the Zoom.
Jillian, that was beautiful. Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let's just just sit there and just bathe in that. Oh my goodness, so wonderful. But we must move forward with our program. So now it's time for the wisdom share. I want to open up to the community to hear, what's coming up for you, if anything. We've planted some seeds. There's words. There's music. There's ideas flying all around. Has anything landed that you'd like to speak about? Sarah.
First thing I want to say is I wasn't around in 2014, so Jillian was like brand new to me. So my welcome was definitely being aimed at you, and I'm so grateful. As soon as we got on our rehearsal today, and I saw it was the harp, and you played "Here Comes the Sun," I was like, okay, this is going to be a great day. So my first thing is a big welcome back, and thank you to you specifically. Breen, that was a beautiful meditation, really gorgeous. The silence hit and I was still in it for at least a couple seconds before my brain said, is it quiet? And so that was fun. And overall, I just love starting my Sundays with you guys. It's really a delight to be here. So thanks for everything.
Thank you, Sarah. Winnie.
Yeah, I'll just echo what Sarah said. The service was so beautiful. I love the music. And Dr. Bill, thank you for sharing your elephant story, because I have elephants right here. I was like, this is just perfect. So thank you.
That is beautiful.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Serendipity of elephants. I've got sort of an elephant. It's Ganesh.
It's an elephant plus.
Yeah. Beautiful stuff. All righty. Thank you, everyone. It's beautiful. Hannah, I see you were having some audio issues. Are you able to take us into the offertory?
Yep. New
Awesome.
Thought Philadelphia is all about spreading the love. Our community is supported by your contributions. The gift you share helps fund our work in the world, and the way you shine your light spreads the love. We are grateful for every way you share. We don't have a basket today, but there is a donate button on the website to make a donation by credit card, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, or Zelle. You can also mail a check to our office in Ardmore. The offering affirmation is on screen. We'll say the affirmation together. I live in an abundant universe.
I am one with
the
the
infinite
source
source of all good.
All good.
I am
I'm
a
the center of conscious prosperity.
prosperity.
I enjoy
enjoy
the
the
richness
richness
of life.
of life.
I bless my
Bless
gift.
my gift.
I share my gift
Share
with
my gift
gratitude
with
and
gratitude
joy.
and joy.
I know that
Know
as
that
I
as I
give,
give, I do
receive.
receive.
And
And
so
so
it
it
is. Take us home, Jillian.
All right. Buckets of rain, buckets of tears. I got these buckets pouring out of my ears. Buckets of moonbeam in my hand. Got all the loving, honey, baby, I can stand. I've been meek and hard like an oak. Seen pretty people disappear like smoke. Friends will arrive, friends will disappear. But if you want me, honey, baby, I'll be here. Life is sad, life is a bust. All you can do is do what you must. You do what you must, and you do it well. I do it for you, honey, baby, can't you tell? I do it for you, honey, baby, can't you tell? I do it for you. Honey, baby, can't you tell?
Beautiful, wonderful. Thank you, Jillian. Yay. All right, take the virtual hand of the person next to you. Go off mute and repeat after me. I allow love.
I
allow love.
I am love.
I
am love.
The puzzle of my life fits together perfectly.
The
puzzle of my life
together perfectly.
And so it is.
So it
It is.
Yay. Woohoo. Nice work, everyone.
Really nice. Bill and John, it's nice to see the elephants again.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, hey, there you are.
Here we
Hey,
are.
John. Hey, Bill.
Oh,
Oh, lean in.
Half a
Dave,
David.
Dave, lean in.
Another
Dave.
Marcione.
Hey, Dave. Hi, guys.
Wow, we have a lot of Marcionis on the phone today.
Many would say
Yeah.
two. It's a quorum, yeah.
Very nice.
So nice you guys are together.
Good fun. Good weekend.
Yep.
Good costumes.
Who had to sit in the middle of the canoe?
David.
Okay. The lightest?
Dead weight. Dead
No,
weight.
he didn't have to, but he whined the most before we got in, so that's where we put him.
Okay.
That wasn't actually the reason. It works. It works.
Nice.
Safe trip home.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, team.
Have a great weekend, rest of
Yeah,
the
enjoy
weekend.
the rest of your Sunday.
Thank you,
boys.
everybody.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye. Take care.
Yeah.
Good Sunday.
Woohoo.
Thanks, Brian.
Yep.
Thanks,
Hey,
Sarah.
Gina, question for you,
Yes.
or for anybody who's still on. At one point, I wasn't sure about this, when I was sharing sound for the meditation and went into the silence, and then I muted myself.
Yeah.
Did the sound cut out when I mute myself? Is that why you have
Yep.
to? Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't
what
sure about
happened. It was
that.
like
Okay.
it was really silent. And
Yeah.
then, oh, you might want to come back on so we can hear your background music.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Cool, cool,
Well,
cool.
Gonna be teaching for the next 8 hours.
Awesome.
See ya.